Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something that will hit home. When a man ignores you, it's easy to think it's about you, that something is wrong with you, or worse, maybe you're not good enough. But I'm here to tell you right now, silence speaks louder than any word can. That silence, that ignoring, it isn't about you being inadequate. It's a reflection of him, a reflection of his inability to handle situations, his own internal battles, or even his own emotional weakness. When a man pulls away and goes quiet, don't allow it to make you question your worth. I know it's tough, I know it stings, but here's the truth. You don't need to explain yourself to someone who is too scared or too selfish to see the value in you. That silence, it's just his way of hiding from his emotions, his way of trying to avoid confronting whatever is happening inside him. It's not a rejection of you. It's his weakness, his failure to step up and communicate like an adult. We live in a world where people are constantly trying to manipulate each other with their actions, but let me break it to you. His ignoring you doesn't mean he doesn't care. What it means is that he is trying to control the situation, control your emotions, control how you react. He wants you to feel uncertain. He wants you to feel that tension, that discomfort, hoping you'll chase after him, hoping you'll seek validation from him. But I'm here to tell you, you don't need validation from anyone. That silence isn't power. It's just a man who doesn't know how to communicate his feelings, or worse, a man who's trying to keep you at arm's length. But here's the kicker. The moment you let his silence affect your own self-worth, that's when he wins. You have to see beyond the games. You have to recognize that you are bigger than that situation, stronger than that silence. His inability to communicate isn't a reflection of who you are, it's a reflection of his character. You don't need to go chasing someone who can't even meet you halfway in a conversation. Instead, see this as an opportunity. Don't let his actions pull you into the gutter of self-doubt. Take a step back and think about who you are. Think about what you've accomplished, the strength you carry, the value you bring to the table. The truth is this, if he can't appreciate that, if he's too weak to communicate with you, then he's not the man for you. You've got bigger things to focus on. You've got a future ahead of you that's waiting for a strong, powerful, and supportive partner, not someone who ignores you when things get tough. So don't give in to the idea that his silence means something about you. It doesn't. It's time to stop questioning yourself and start demanding the respect you deserve. Let's dive deeper into something crucial here: the nature of human behavior and emotions. We're all complex creatures, shaped by our experiences, by the world around us. When a man ignores you, it's easy to think that he's making a statement about you, about your worth, or your place in his life. But I want you to understand this at a fundamental level. This is about him, not you. When a man pulls away, when he chooses silence over communication, it's often because he is struggling with something internally. Men, like everyone else, carry their own baggage. They deal with insecurities, doubts, fears, and challenges that you might not see on the surface. Sometimes he might not even understand what he's feeling himself. His emotions could be all over the place, and instead of confronting them head on, he retreats into silence. Why? Because facing those emotions, articulating them, requires strength and vulnerability, two things that not every man is comfortable with. It's easier for him to ignore, to go quiet, than to actually confront the issue or communicate openly. And here's the part that can get tricky. You might start thinking that this silence is your fault, that somehow you've done something wrong. But listen to me. His silence isn't a sign of your inadequacy. It's a reflection of his inability to deal with his own internal struggles. Maybe he's going through something personal, something that has nothing to do with you at all. Maybe he feels insecure, maybe he's facing pressure, maybe he's dealing with past issues that he's too afraid to bring up. This is where we start to see the deeper truth. His ignoring you is a result of his emotional state and his inability to share what's really going on inside. It's a defense mechanism. And unfortunately, many men choose this route instead of being open, instead of saying, I need some space, or I'm going through something right now. But instead, they shut down, they pull away, and they leave you questioning. Why? Because it's easier for him to stay in his own emotional corner, in his own mess, than to open up and let you in. Now, does this make it right? Absolutely not. But it does help you understand that it's not about you. It's not about your worth. It's about his emotional immaturity, his fear of vulnerability, and his inability to navigate his own feelings. This silence is not your battle to fight. It's his. And when you understand that, it can change how you respond to this situation. Rather than internalizing his silence, start seeing it as a reflection of his internal struggles. It's not a reflection of your value. His inability to communicate or show up for you is simply a weakness on his part. Don't take it personally. This is something you need to understand at the core of your being. His actions, his silence, don't define your worth. You are not a reflection of his emotional shortcomings. You are your own person, capable of greatness, deserving of respect, and fully capable of thriving without anyone else's validation. So the next time he pulls away, don't assume it's because of something you've done. It's because he can't handle his own stuff. It's his issue, not yours. Now, let's dive into something crucial: decoding ignorance and understanding its real meaning. When he ignores you, it's easy to assume it's a sign of your worth being diminished, but in reality, it's not about you at all. It's about him. And more specifically, it's about the way he views himself. His actions, his silence are often a reflection of his own self-doubt, his own insecurities, and his own inability to deal with emotion. When someone ignores you, it's like they're testing the waters, testing your reaction. The truth is, this isn't just a game to get your attention. It's also a reflection of how he sees himself in the relationship. When a man pulls away, it's often because he doesn't feel good enough himself, or he's afraid of being vulnerable and showing weakness. He might be questioning his own value, wondering if he's worthy of your time, your love, your respect. His ignoring you is a way of dealing with his own fears, trying to avoid confronting his own lack of self-worth. You see, the issue isn't that he's rejecting you, it's that he's rejecting himself. When a man is emotionally insecure, when he's unsure of his place in your life, he might act out by distancing himself. This behavior isn't a reflection of what you've done or how you've treated him. It's about his own internal battle. And here's the kicker: it's not your responsibility to solve that battle for him. You are not a fixer. You are not there to prop up someone's fragile ego or carry the weight of their emotional instability. His silence is his struggle, and you don't have to carry that burden. So why does he ignore you? Sometimes it's his way of testing how much you care, seeing if you'll chase him, if you'll seek his approval. He might be insecure, wondering if you'll still be there when he pulls away. In these moments, he is trying to test his own value in your eyes. But here's the lesson you need to learn: you can't allow someone else's emotional weaknesses to dictate your self-worth. When he ignores you, it should be a wake-up call for you to look inward and ask yourself, if you're allowing someone to define you, someone who can't even confront his own demons, his ignorance isn't a reflection of your value. It's a reflection of his inability to communicate and face the truth about himself. His silence speaks to his own emotional battles and internal confusion, and yet it doesn't take away from who you are. Don't make the mistake of internalizing his behavior. Don't let his silence make you question your worth. His doubts are his own, not yours. You don't need to chase someone who can't even meet you halfway with honesty and respect. So when he ignores you, understand this: it's not about you losing value. It's about him failing to see his own worth. And it's time for you to stop letting that affect your perception of yourself. Now let's shift gears and talk about something that's absolutely vital: taking control. When he ignores you, it's easy to fall into the trap of feeling helpless, of feeling as though you're at his mercy, waiting for him to decide when it's your turn to matter again. But here's the cold hard truth: you don't need to wait for anyone's permission to thrive. His absence, his silence, should not derail your life or your peace of mind. This is where you take control, where you redirect your energy and focus back onto you. Let's be clear: the moment someone pulls away from you, it doesn't have to be a tragedy. It can be a blessing in disguise, a chance for you to reassess what you really deserve and where your energy should be spent. Why would you waste another second chasing someone who can't even show up in the way that you deserve? Why beg for crumbs when you're worthy of a full course meal? The truth is, when he ignores you, he's showing you exactly where his priorities lie. And it's time for you to recognize that you shouldn't be settling for anything less than what you truly deserve. Don't fall into the trap of thinking that his attention, his presence is what defines you. That's the mistake so many people make. They give so much power to the other person's actions that they forget about their own worth. You should be the one setting the standards in your life. You should be the one to decide how you're treated, how you're respected, and how you allow others to make you feel. Is ignoring you? That's his issue. Your self-worth? That's entirely yours to maintain. When he pulls away, instead of wallowing, use this as fuel, use it as motivation to level up, get stronger, get better, and do what you need to do to keep moving forward. The world doesn't stop because someone else isn't ready to show up. In fact, life moves on whether you're waiting around or not. Time is one of the most valuable assets you have, and you can't afford to waste it on someone who isn't giving you the time of day. So don't just sit there wondering if he'll come around. He may never, but that doesn't change the fact that you're still amazing. You're still worthy. And the most powerful thing you can do right now is take control. Start focusing on your own goals, your own growth, your own happiness. When you stop waiting around for him to acknowledge you, you realize just how much power you truly have. This is about you not needing anyone's validation, not depending on anyone's approval, and not waiting around for someone else to decide your worth. This is about realizing that you're in control of your own life. His silence should never be an excuse for you to stop moving forward. Use his absence as an opportunity to move forward, to strengthen your resolve, to focus on your personal growth. You are your own priority. And the moment you recognize that, the moment you stop giving him power over your emotions, is the moment you begin to truly win. Don't wait. Don't beg. Don't settle for less. Take control and show the world that you are unshakable, no matter who decides to step in or step out of your life. Let me tell you this, you are the prize. You've got to internalize that truth like it's the foundation of everything you do. Too often, we forget our own worth, especially when someone pulls away or ignores us, but you've got to get it through your head. You are not here to chase after anyone who can't see that. When a man ignores you, it's his loss, period. And here's why. You are the prize, not the side attraction. You are the person who adds value to everything around you. Your time, your attention, your love, it's a gift. And if someone can't appreciate that, then that's a clear signal that they are not on your level. What happens when a man pulls away and goes quiet is that he's showing you exactly how he sees you. And if he can't recognize the incredible person that you are, then he doesn't deserve you. It's that simple. It's not your job to convince anyone of your worth. It's not your job to beg for their attention or their affection. You've got to get this through your head. If he doesn't see your value, someone else will. You are worthy of respect, of loyalty, and of genuine, consistent attention. And if he can't provide that, then it's his mistake, not yours. And here's the part where the real power comes in. When he ignores you, don't see it as a rejection. See it as a challenge to rise higher. This is where you prove to yourself that you don't need anyone to validate your worth. The absence of one man should not break you. Instead, it should ignite a fire within you to become the best version of yourself. When a man pulls away, it's not your loss, it's his. You don't lose anything, you gain. You gain clarity on what you're really looking for. You gain the strength to walk away from things that don't serve you, and you gain the confidence to keep moving forward. You've got to see yourself as the prize in every situation. You've got to recognize that your value doesn't come from how someone else treats you. Your value comes from how you see yourself. If you know you're valuable, if you know you're worthy of love and respect, you don't let anyone diminish that, not for a second. This isn't about chasing someone who doesn't have the emotional maturity or the respect to treat you right. This is about realizing that you are a force to be reckoned with, and anyone who doesn't see that doesn't deserve a front row seat in your life. So the next time he ignores you, stop and ask yourself this. Why am I chasing someone who can't even show up for me when it matters most? You are the prize, and it's time to stop settling for someone who doesn't appreciate what they have. You are not here to be second choice or an afterthought. You're here to be valued, to be seen, and to be respected. And if he can't give you that, then it's his loss. Walk away, stand tall, and let him see what he's lost. Because when you realize you are the prize, everything changes. You stop chasing, you stop doubting, and you start winning. You are the prize, and anyone who can't recognize that doesn't deserve a place in your life. So here's the bottom line. When he ignores you, it's not about you. It's about him. It's about his insecurities, his emotional struggles, and his failure to communicate. But you are not defined by his actions. You are the prize. And if he doesn't see that, it's his loss. Don't chase after someone who can't see your worth. Instead, take control of your life. Focus on your own growth and embrace the power that lies within you. When you realize your own value, you stop depending on someone else's validation to feel whole. Your silence speaks louder than his, and your strength will always shine brighter than his ignorance. Don't settle for less. Don't beg for attention, and don't let anyone make you question your worth. You are worthy of respect, love, and all the greatness that life has to offer. So let him ignore you. Let him test your worth, but know this: you will rise above it. The world doesn't stop because someone pulls away. You keep moving, you keep growing, and you show the world that you are the prize. When you truly believe that, everything changes. So take the challenge, stand strong, and keep walking forward. The right people will see your value, and in the end, that's all that matters.